Hi, how are you, Tim?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good. I see you like the beard, huh?
I may or may not be working on something.
Okay, cool. Um, Luke lost his powers last season. Which do you prefer to play, Luke with powers or without?
Hmm, a very interesting question. It's interesting. I think it was a smart move to take them away.
Mhm.
But I do appreciate them coming back at some point, you know. Um, yeah, I think it's fun to strip someone away of that gift of their gift and see kind of how they land on their feet. And Luke obviously has some difficulties and some pretty hectic, comedic, dramatic situations arise from maybe not having the ability to know what was about to happen.
Right. And I like when you do that look when you have your powers, you do that look.
Mm.
It's like, oh, that's
Yeah,
enough.
yeah. Originally that's called a ping. I don't know if we've ever said that in the show, but that when I do remember when we first were talking about it, they were like very specific on, okay, so this is the Luke ping. So Luke needs this. He's sending out into the the ghost phenomenon atmosphere or wherever they live, and he's able then to communicate and find out whatever bounces back. But yeah, I do remember my dad watching season one saying, how come you always do that weird look? And I'm like, it's the ping. That's Luke doing his power. And he's like, oh, I didn't get it. I just thought you were being brooding. Like,
You
oh,
almost look evil when you do that. Almost like,
it was the ping.
yeah, cool. And Luke goes through a lot this season, as you're saying, especially I think in the last few episodes. I watched the rest of them last night. Do you enjoy doing those really emotional scenes?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I find them easier sometimes, to be honest, than some of the comedic stuff.
Hmm.
Uh, I find like Sarah's such a good actress and she's such a good comedic actor, obviously, uh, from Schitt's Creek and just, you know what I mean? Like she just understands the beats and the rhythm of comedy. Where I'm not saying I'm not funny, but I think the funniness comes from me not being aware that I'm doing something funny, maybe. Whereas I
You're
don't
more the
always know,
straight man.
yeah, who can hit the beats, Um, and that was my experience on Schitt's Creek. I was the straight man. Um, but yeah, so the dramatic stuff's always just kind of been just easier for me to access. I
Right.
definitely don't need a tear stick. My hair and stuff's never
Sorry for me right
standing,
now. No, I'm just kidding.
never standing by with a tear stick. um yeah, listen, I would be lying if I wouldn't say there's some parallels between myself and Luke as characters. I grew up just with my dad. um so there's always that aspect of it. You know what I mean? I grew up just with a father. So yeah, it's interesting to play the stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
I do love that I'm on a show that we can do not just dramatic,
Right.
and it's not just comedic, and it's not just science fiction, and it's not just, it's everything. It's just
Right.
fun. It's
That's
just
the
fun to
great thing about science fiction and horror. You can do all of those things in one show. That's what I love
yeah.
about it too. Oh, I lost my mom when I was 10, so I know how that feels too.
So yeah, these episodes, that's what I love about our show.
Yeah,
And each character is going through stuff. You
yeah,
notice,
that's
you know
true.
what I love, and kind of like you have that part of your life. Someone else has something that August is going through, or Phil's going through, or Sarah's going through, Susan's going through. So yeah, I just love that we get to be a part of people's lives in that way. That's the best part, to be honest.
Yeah, I love the characters in the show. It's just they did a great job with the
Yeah.
writing and the acting. And I got to talk to your show's creator earlier this year, and it was just a joy to talk to him.
Yeah. Why do you want to talk to me after talking to him?
I
He's so
know.
George is for the best guy to have a conversation with ever. He's so smart and witty. It's almost intimidating.
Yeah, yeah, no, he was awesome. So this season has a kind of definite ending. It's not a cliffhanger like last season. Do you think there will be a season 3?
I mean, I only hope so. I don't know. You know, for me, I'm so honored to be on the show and get to do what we got to do. What a gift. Obviously, I would love to do more because it's so special. That stuff's out of my hands. It's never up
Yeah,
to me.
no,
I what can I never know. You know what I mean? I don't
right,
know. I don't know if it's a numbers game. I don't know. I don't know any of that stuff. I don't know what you need to get a show or not get a show back. I know we put out a great show. I know we're on a great network and we got a great cast, but that's all I know. I don't.
right, right. No, that's fine. I
I've
know.
lost it before and got it back. So,
There you go.
whatever happens, you never know.
Yeah, you don't. So what would you like fans to know about the rest of season 2 that you can tell us?
Yeah, I think the same thing I could tell you about what season 1 is if you've never seen it. It's about unfinished business. That's what this show is. Each episode we deal with the unfinished business of a house, and whatever demon or demons the person is dealing with themselves, either the homeowner or the house itself.
Mhm.
And we try and facilitate finishing that business, whether we do it ourselves or we help the person find a way for them to do it themselves. That's what it's about. And I think that's what season 2 is for all the characters. He's just finishing the unfinished business, especially for Luke. He's got to, he's got to deal with his past. And kind of, well, look, he does deal with his past, and it kind of puts him on path to a new future. And so I'm excited. I mean, if we leave the show where we do, I'll be super. I'm happy where everybody is, but at the same time, we can easily pick up at any moment and just keep going with it. It's exciting, and it's exciting place to go on from too. So for sure, there's room for more.
Right, it'd be interesting to see if there is a season 3. What else George's brain came up with for all these characters? What's next, right?
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying before. Sarah and I were laughing. It's because we kind of leave season 2 where now Luke and Susan are finally like they're on their A game now. We're partners. Life is good. So you can only imagine what kind of demon George is going to send at us for season 3 when we're firing on all cylinders. Because if we were dealing with what we were dealing with when we were the way we were for season 1 and 2, I'm petrified to see what awaits us in season 3.
All right. Well, thanks so much for talking to me again. I really appreciate it. It's great to see you, beard or not.
Hey, thanks so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.